Question 8. This is part 2 of Category 2 on the 2018 8th grade STAR math test. So here we are. Back to question 8. This has got to be one of the most wordiest questions I've ever seen. It took me a couple of minutes to read it and decide, okay, we got way too many words, so we need to omit. This is when that opportunity of, do you need that word? The approximate, that means rounded. I don't care, the answers are listed. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. Volume. Do you really care it's volume? Would it matter if it was area? It's a liquid. Never mind. Get rid of that. In millimeters. M. Okay, which one do you want? M or millimeters? I'm going to go with millimeter. Well, actually, I like M. I'm going to get rid of that too. M. For the volume of liquid is. So I'm going to keep M. Is my favorite word because 2 plus 2 is 4, so I know what I'm doing. So right now I've got an M. Now I know there's an F here. I'm gonna circle that too. So I've got it's one of these two. Can't have both. Is it M equals or is it F equals? M for the volume of F fluid ounces. So that's like which one? We'll talk in a minute. There's equals, and it says equals, and then it says 29.57 cents times F. So let's write that out. So we've got. I'm going to work on the bottom part, and actually, I'll just write right up here. No, I'm going to move down here. So, if I don't get off the screen, hopefully. I got 29.57 times F. Well, I have a feeling it equals M. It seems to be. How can you have two F's and no M's? So that's my equation. And why they would make it so wordy is, I guess, to make sure you get it wrong. So, what are we going to do next? I think you should plug them in. So let's look at the first one. And I'm going to rewrite that up here so we can see it. M equals 29.57 times F. So here we go. I need you to find F. Where's an F? Right there. Do you think M equals 29.57 times, that's F, 29.57 is 1, and M becomes 1. So is 1 equals 29 times 29? No, probably not. F is wrong. Again, do y'all see that? So I've wrote M becomes 1, the 29 stayed, the times stayed, and F became the 29. All I'm doing is 7. Substituting in for a number from the variable. I don't think 29 times 29 is 1. Wrong. Next. Let's do this one. See if I can write this a little neater. So I've got M equals 29 something 57 times F. Big and F. I like the first one. Well, here's a 0. I kind of like the 1 thing. Let's go to 1. So put a 1 for M. Put the 29.57, and I picked the 1, so I must be picking this number, times 59.14. So tell me, 29 times 59 is 1. Everybody see my work? 29 times 59, is that 1? Do you have to type that in? I hope not. G, no. Alright, let's look at H. You still have, let me move over so I can write it. M equals 29.50-something 7 times F. I've been picking 1, so I might as well stay with what I'm doing. Put a 1 for F, so 1 goes here. 29.57 stays, that's kind of my formula, and M changes to 59.14. Well, 29 times 1 is 59. Yes or no? No. I hope you didn't have to need a calculator. H, no. And I sure hope it's the last one because we're in trouble. So M equals 29.57, I think. Yeah, something like that. Times F. And I've been picking 1, so why change? So here's my 1, here's that. Put a 1 for F. 29.57. And it says it equals 29.57. Well, I think it does. What about 2? So M equals 29.57 times F. Let's put a 2 in. I did the 1. 1 worked. 2. 29.57. And it should be like 59.14. Yeah. 30 times 2 is 60. And that's pretty darn close. So answer is J. And when you come across something that's that wordy, go to what you know. You know is means equals. And if that's not a hint, equals does too. So if it equals this number times F, That has to be m. Write an equation. And all this other stuff, get rid of it. We don't need that. I don't care. I just don't care. So you got an M and an F. And why would they do that? Because it worked. It confused you. So M was right, F goes out. So M equals this number times F. Not too bad once you dig through it, but yikes. Next question. Alrighty, now we're on question 11. Which graph does not represent a function? Well, what do you know about functions? Yes, the x's cannot repeat. But if you look, you don't have any x's. What the heck? Maybe you need to go with vertical line test. If you've ever been in the copy room with the teacher or got sent down there to go get a copy, when it scans that machine, it'll go across the line just like that. Or if you've been to the eye test and they run those lights across your eyes about to blind you. Again, it's going to be a vertical test, up and down. It's going to run across it. If you hit this graph twice, fail. You can only touch it once. Twice is no. So when I scan across, if I draw that line, I'm going to hit it right here and right here. This is a no. I can tell you that one right now. Let's look at this one B. Scan it across. I'm only hitting it once. Now when it stops, well, look at there, it stops right there. When it stops, the other one, there's a space there. Even if it was a half, it would count. There's still a space, and then it continues on. Perfect. And I know there's two lines. That's cool, right? Let's look at D. Scan across. Can only touch it one time. There's a big space, then it just keeps right on going. That was okay. This one here. It looks weird. But don't judge a book by its cover. Touched it once. It's okay. Answer A is wrong. Now, if you want an example of another, like a version of that, that would be like your name is on a list for testing room, but your name is on 2 list. Well, you can be in 1 room, but you really can't be in 2. It's kind of hard to cut you in half. So you can't be in 2 places at one time. And that's why it's not a function, because it does not function well at all. Let's go to the next one. Question 12, right below it. What value makes this equation true? Well, do we see fractions? Yes. What do you know about fractions? Did you put those in parentheses on the top and on the bottom? Well, if you did not, that's a problem. So let's see what it's supposed to look like on the calculator. So, and I can tell you right now, you should have parentheses there, there, and there, and there. And how about this is y1, this side, and this side is y2. Now, if you've never used y1, y2, y0, you're in for a treat. Now, I've got all this stuff on there. I think 2nd plus 7, 1, 2 is a great opportunity to get rid of all that, and it's clear. Perfect. Go to your y equals. It's empty. Better be. I need the stuff on the left typed in y1 with the parentheses carefully. So, I'm going to do parenthesis x, and it's right under the mode button. If you didn't know where X button is, you better know where X button is. It's a little late testing here. Close that parenthesis. Divide. Open that parenthesis. 3. Close that parenthesis. It's cold in here. Close that door. Subtract 3. Now let's look at it. Should have a parenthesis on the X, a parenthesis on the 3, a divide between it, and then a minus 3. That's what it looks like. Let's go to y2. I should have parenthesis X, parenthesis, divide by parenthesis 9 parenthesis, and a plus sign, and a 3. Let's check it. Does the numerator have parentheses? Yes. Does the denominator? Yes. You have a division thing? Yes. A plus and a 3. Looks good. Push the graph button. Do I know what's going to happen? No. I'm waiting. Darn. I was hoping they would cross. Almost. Now, I bet my Windows 10 better be, because we just reset the calculator. So what window do you think they'd cross at? Let's not nickel and dime it. Let's call it 50. Negative 50, positive 50, count by 5s. Negative 50, positive 50, count by 5s. I would probably know about 2 or 3 windows that, for sure work. The 10's default, the 50s are not bad, the 100, the 200, 500, 1,000, that'll get you. Hit the graph button again. Hopefully these things cross. They do. The answer is right there, whatever that is. Now I can tell you it's positive, and if you look at your answer choices, if you're picking those negatives, well, that's a great question and a great answer, isn't it? So, let's go to second trace. We want to do intersection. Push the 5. And if you push the enter 3 times, you get the answer. 1, 2, 3. X equals 27. Well, I think that's choice J. I don't think it gets any easier than that. Again, that was, what did I do? Y1, Y2, why not? Y1, Y2, why not? Those are my favorite. There's a video on that if you're still lost. Let's go to the next one. Question 15. Well, that looks familiar, especially if you have great memory from 7th grade. Yes, that is our repeater from 7th grade. Now, it's got this story thing going on. One class selling tickets, and it costs this much each, and then they had this much money already, and then you got somebody else. Whatever. There's just lots of stuff going on. So, where's keywords? I see that. I see each right there. And I see each right here. Now, if you look at that equation, true equation, that's y equals mx plus b. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's M for meow. And a cat would purr. And there's an each. And there's a cost of 1. And there is a whole bunch more. Constant rate of change, constant and proportionality, direct variation, and we could go on, but it's getting late. But if you notice, each is right there. So that M is that word. So where that each is, should be by M. So this is 2.50, and there's an X right here, because see that's the M? So this must be the X. So I should have 2.50X. So right here. So let's look. Do you see $2.50X? Well, I do have a variable. Not bad. $2.50. I don't have a variable. No. $2.50 variable. Sure. I don't know. Let's go to the other one. What about $3 each? $3 has got to have the variable. There's the 3. It's got a variable. Sure. There's the 3. Where's the variable? Still wrong. Here's the 3. It's got a variable. Perfect. And I don't know. What about that $350? It's way over here. Sorry, it's off screen. The $350 goes with the $2.50. So here's the $250, and there should be a $300 with it. I don't see one. That's not $300. No. Here's the $250. Well, that was wrong anyway. But there's no $300 here either. There's no $350. $250. $350. I like it. Decimal goes here for $2.50, and that's $350. Those are definitely different. There's your 3x again. Says so right there. And this one had 225. It's off the screen way right there. So the 225 goes with 3x. 225 with the 3x. And not here. I see it. It's choice C. Now in that not here business, you can probably pick one. Other than that, you're picking way too many. All right, let's go to the next question. Question 19. It's a graph, my favorite. Now, it asks you to write the equation. Now, you could do a couple things. You could type all of those in and see which one matched, but usually they look the same in the picture anyway, so that's not a lot of help. Or we could go backwards. I'd like a table, please, said the waiter. Said the customer to the waiter. How about we call this X? How about I call that Y? How about you call that list 1, list 2? Yep, you see where I'm going. I need some points from this graph. Now let's go with the obvious. 0, 0 would be a great one. I like that one. Can't get that one wrong. Whole numbers, please. Here's a 2, here's a 10. Now that's 2 for X. If you're not sure, you can look. There's an X for 2. And that's a 10 for the Y. I need you to put that in list 1, list 2. And I'm going to stop this video because I'm fixing to run out of film. There's my table. Stat, cal, linreg, list 1, comma, list 2, comma, vars, yvars, function 1. Perfect. Enter. Well, and that's kind of hard to read, but if you push the y equals button, it's not. 5x plus 0. That other one was from the question before. We didn't clear it. So 5x plus 0. How about the answer? A. Perfect. I will have to continue this video on part 3 because there's so many questions on category 2. That's good though. I like category 2.